Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. As promised, I'm going to be showing you guys how to find the next best NFT projects. In my last video, I said if I got 50 likes and 20 comments that I would make a more in-depth video showing you guys how to find projects. You guys absolutely smashed those numbers. Thank you very much. I don't want to waste any time. I know this video is quite long. Feel free to skip along. There will be timestamps. First things first, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, as this will help the channel grow a lot. And let's dive in. Let's go on OpenSea, and we're on the homepage. As I said in my previous video, OpenSea is the largest secondary market where projects go to be bought and sold after they've been minted. So we'll scroll down. You can also go to stats, but on the main homepage, we'll scroll down. We'll go to last 24 hours. We're gonna go to rankings, and then basically what I like to do here is, so I like to filter it, like I said, by 24 hours. And then I'll basically just look for anything that catches my eye, such as a low floor price, the item count, their increase in percentage in the past 24 hours and 7 days. So the benefit of this is that we can see how a project is doing post mint and how the market is reacting and how it's trading. Whereas when you mint a project, you don't really know what's gonna happen until it gets on the market. But on the other side, the con is these projects have already launched, so you're not getting in prior to the mint. You're not getting on the whitelist. You're not going to get the mint price. But for a lot of projects, which I'll go over, a lot of them do end up dropping back either to the mint price or under the mint price after the reveal. Simple psychology, so I'll explain that later. But what I like to do is, like I said, I'll scroll through these and I'll just kind of look for anything that piques my interest. So maybe this one. This past 7 days, we've seen a 335% increase in volume, 189% in the past 24 hours. There's a 0.5 floor price and there's 8.7K items. So basically I would just open the link in a new tab and then I just keep doing the same thing. Interesting. In the past 24 hours, it's seen a 750% increase. There's 5K items and the floor price is 0.05. So I like this because it's a low floor price. So you could, potentially buy up a bunch of items, sweep the floor. There's only 5,000 items. I'm starting to like that a lot more. I'm starting to shy away from 10,000 collections and look for much smaller collections, especially if they're going to implement breeding functions. So I would open this one in a new tab, and I basically just keep doing that. I just keep scrolling through. I might even land on this is only 1 through 100, but I might land on in the 200s or 300s when I keep moving on. And I'll basically just keep doing that. I'll open these tabs, and then what I'll do is I'll go on to the tabs I open and I'll look at the art and I'll say, okay, I like this art, or maybe I don't like this art. If I do like the art, then what I'll do is, first things first, I'll go to activity, and you should always check the activity because you want to see if the activity is healthy. So for instance, this is pretty healthy. You see all these transactions happening in the last hour, in the last 2 hours. So you see there's a lot of volume, there's a lot of trading going on, so that's always good. I'm assuming this project must have just minted. And then normally, so I don't know why this one doesn't have it, but for instance this one, another one, so I would go to the activity, I would see the activity. You can see there's all this volume being traded, so that shows it's healthy. Do I like the art? Let's say for instance I like the art, I'm interested in it. Okay, so then in the next step, and then I'll get more into this later, but the next step is I would go to their website, and then I would go to their Discord, and I'll show you guys Discord later. I'm not going to click that, but basically I'd go to their website. I'd check out how it looks. Does it look like it's done well? Does the development team do a good job? Do they make a lot of mistakes on the grammar? Because I noticed a lot of projects will make mistakes on grammar, and if they can't even get the grammar right, how are they going to get the long-term promises that they are saying they're going to do right? So I'll check out the website, and then I'll look for their roadmap, and then after I kind of go on looking through the roadmap and see if anything interests me there, then like I said, I'll go on Discord and I'll check out the community, and I'll see how the community is interacting with each other, because that's important. So like I said, I'll get into more Discord later, but another thing I like to do is, so I like to look for projects that just launched and then go into the activity and look for either a bunch of repeat purchases or large purchases. So like when Fat Ape Club originally launched, I went into the activity and I saw this wallet spent like $45,000 on this ape at the time without, kind of really knowing how well the project was going to do. So what I like to do sometimes is I'll go through the activity and I'll track these bigger wallets and see what they're buying. And sometimes you can get some alpha or just basically information that isn't really out there yet just by tracking some of these bigger wallets and see what they're buying and what they're minting, because you can go into their activity and it will show you what they're minting, what they're buying, what they're placing bids on. Only downside of this one, so since I originally found this wallet, when I first found this wallet, it wasn't doing this, but now there's a bunch of projects that are fake and they're basically sending mints to this wallet, but they're not real. And the reason they're doing that is so, for instance, people like you or me who are exploring the wallet, trying to find new stuff, click on these random fake mints and buy one. So you got to be careful of that if you're going to do this. But a lot of times you will find some cool stuff, because this wallet owns a few Bored Apes, they own a few Mutant Apes, they own Doodles, they own a few CryptoPunks. So this wallet is worth a few million alone. And then if you copy their Ethereum address, you can actually go to etherscan.io. This isn't really important, just kind of cool if you want to do it. And then once you get on Etherscan, you can paste their address in here and it will tell you how much Ethereum they have in their wallet. So like when I checked this wallet a week or two ago, this had like 1.5 million in Ethereum in there. Obviously, this person has purchased and traded a bunch of NFTs and whatever else has happened, markets dipped, etc. But so basically I'll do that. This was just one example, but a lot of times I'll go on like newer projects and I'll go into the activity and I basically will just look for like larger purchases or a bunch of repeat purchases. So let's see if I can find one real quick. So I'm looking at the side right here, I'm looking at the names of the wallets to look for repeats, and then I'm looking at the sale prices and seeing if anyone's buying like super rare items for a significantly larger amount than the average sale. As you can see, OpenSea, for some reason, it's just kind of a slow website. I think they just have so much traffic. There's just been such a bump in NFTs that their servers probably aren't all that adept at handling all of this volume. So it is a little bit slow. But basically, let's see. So, okay, let's just check this wallet. Okay, this wallet has 56. Could be interesting. Also could be nothing. And basically what I would do is this is just an example, is I would scroll through and just kind of see what they own. And what I'd look for is, do they own any like bigger projects, or do they own a bunch of mints of projects? And what I'll do is, let's say they own a bunch of, so okay, for instance, this is cool. So this person bought 2 of these Ape Harmonies when they launched on OpenSea, and it looks like they're still in reveal, and there's only, I believe there's a more limited supply than the normal 10,000. So like this is interesting. See, like the OpenSea has some problems right now, but there's 1.1k items in this collection, and this person managed to buy 2 of them at 0.48 and 0.21 ETH. So what I'll do is, if they own some of these more interesting projects and it seems like they, maybe they know what they're doing, what I'll do is I'll look at the last price they bought them at, or if it doesn't show price, it means they minted them, and then that can give you some insight into this person may or may not know what they're doing. So for instance, they bought one at 0.21 and 0.48, so their average price is probably like 0.3 Ethereum and the floor price is 0.86, so that was a pretty good purchase in my opinion. But basically that's just an example. I'll go through and look for some of these wallets, and wallets that I like, I'll save them in my Notion documents and I'll check on them and kind of see like maybe what they're minting or what they're buying and things like that. But that's pretty much it for OpenSea. So now I'm going to show you guys Discord, and Discord is where I find most of my projects, because obviously I do like to get in projects before they launch, and then if I can, I like to get on their whitelist. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop into Discord. So basically on Discord, like I said, it's where I find a solid 90% of the projects I get into. I'm just going to go on the Discord web version, since it will be smoother, but typically I just use my phone or I have Discord downloaded on my laptop. Also, side note, if you're into NFTs or crypto and you're not using Discord, that's like being a photographer who is not on Instagram. Is it doable? Yes. Is it smart? No. So download Discord if you want to be into NFTs. This is where you're going to find like all the information you need. This is where you're going to find new projects, and this is where you're going to find new communities that you're going to want to be a part of. Also, a word of caution, I highly recommend that you turn off direct messages from other server members, because I've not even exaggerating this. I've literally seen 100+ people this month alone get scammed. And you might say, oh, I would never get scammed, but it's so ridiculously easy getting scammed or phished in the NFT space right now. Basically, what people will do is they'll send you a direct message and they'll create a website that looks identical to the actual project's website. And the person that they'll DM you from will pose as the admin or moderator, and they'll have the exact same name, because in Discord, you can use whatever name you want, but then you get these numbers, and that number is what's associated to your actual username. So it's really easy for a lot of these new people coming into NFTs to get scammed. And honest, I've clicked on some of them and I'm just like, wow, this is insane. Like, no wonder these people are getting scammed. It's so easy. And also, do not connect your wallet to any sites that aren't actual projects that you're interested in. Never connect your wallet. So okay, that's that. Just don't open your DMs, don't click random links, and don't connect your wallet to random sites. Okay, but basically the two main ways that I like to find projects in Discord is, number one, I'm in certain communities and we like share projects with each other. So actually my NFT that I have as my profile picture, this whole project, like one of the things is they just share alpha or other projects with each other. But the easiest way is, for instance, I'd say 80% of these servers have what's called a shill room. And a shill room is basically an NFT in crypto. It basically just means promoting. So for instance, I'll just click this random server. Let's see if they have one. So yeah, okay, there's this called Shill Zone. So you basically just go to Shill Zone, and like I said, a bunch of these servers have them. So what I'll do this every day. I'll literally just scroll through these people shilling these projects, and I'll look for anything that catches my eye. I'll just do one right now. And guys, it can really be this simple, finding projects, because obviously these projects are going to be shilled. People are going to want to get invites for whitelists and all these things. So I'll literally just spend, a good amount of time each day just scrolling through these. And I'll just click this one, for example. Why not? So there's 4.3K members online, 40,000 members. So you just have to verify yourself. Okay, so once you verify yourself, you'll have access to all their servers. So if I was really interested in this project in terms of the art, first thing I'd do is I'd go to their official links. Always go to the official links. I don't know that one. Okay, always go to the official links. Never try and type something in on your keyboard, because like I said, people will make identical looking websites with just one character off. So you always want to make sure you're on the right website just to be safe. So I'll click on a project's website, and first thing I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to look at the actual website. Is it clean? Is it semantic? Is the grammar right? Does it make sense? You can check out their founders. A lot of projects won't show the real founders, but some will. It will have their LinkedIn and Twitter profiles that you can click. Let's say I liked the roadmap, something interested me. I'd go back to the Discord. I would look at the sneak peeks. Every project has these sneak peeks, and it's basically just sneak peeks of their art. It's usually like the more rare ones, the more rare versions. Not always, but a lot of the times it is. And this way you can kind of assess, okay, yeah, these are pretty cool. Then I will go into their chat and kind of see how the community acts with each other. Are they super active? Are they like actually excited about the art, or are they just grinding to get like a free whitelist spot or whatever it is? And I'll basically just keep doing this for servers until I find something that I really like. So for instance, this Wolves collection, I really like this collection. So we can go into sneak peeks. So basically what I did, first thing when I did, I'll kind of run it down for you guys. I hopped in, I clicked sneak peeks. I'm like, okay, this is really cool. So you'll notice a lot of these types of like Genesis collections where they're pixelized are really popular right now. And I can totally understand it because I really love the artwork and the style of these collections. There's something really nostalgic about it. So they're doing extremely well. And when I say extremely well, I'm talking pretty much all these new projects like this that I'm finding are minting for like, let's say 0.5, 0.6 ETH. And the next day on OpenSea, they're going for 0.5 or 0.6 ETH floor price. So that's a 10x. I hope I said that right. Minting for 0.05 or 0.06. Next day selling on OpenSea for 0.5 or 0.6. So they're doing like 10x in one day. It's absolutely insane if you're just trying to flip these. But a lot of these projects too, this one isn't, but a lot of them are whitelist only, which is interesting. I kind of actually like that. And they typically have between like 3 and 8,000, which like I said, I'm starting to like that a lot more than just 10,000. But then, so I'll go on their roadmap. Okay, they don't have this project. So this project doesn't even have a website yet. So a lot of these new projects, they won't even have a website yet. So you kind of have to wait for that and assess whether or not you like the roadmap. But just as it is right now with the artwork and the community, like how the community is interacting with one another, I'm really liking this project so far. I think I will probably get into it, but like I said, it kind of depends on when their website's released and what the roadmap is going to look like. But in terms of, what the admins and mods are doing on the server and the actual artwork, I'm quite interested. So let's go to a project. Okay, so this one's very cool. So this one, I'll show you guys. This is another one that like 10x literally the next day or the same day, technically. Go to sneak peeks. Again, Genesis collections where they're like pixelized. They have a very limited amount. I think this one has 4.5k items. Don't really remember. Let's see. Okay, they're 3.5k items. So I'm really liking that. Another one that I tried to get in, but like I said, the only way you can mint these projects is if you get whitelisted. I tried to get whitelisted on this project and I just didn't get it. And if you were whitelisted, you were able to mint 2 of these at 0.05 ETH. And the next day, or the same day really, before the reveal, they were going for 0.48 ETH, which is almost a 10x. So you could have flipped these and made a quick $3,000 to $4,000 within literally a few hours. So these are a lot harder to get into. And like I said, I kind of do like the whole whitelist thing because a lot of them aren't just from grinding. They'll do like games or quizzes that you have to compete in, which I like because it kind of forces you to actually interact with the community and like be informed on what the project is, what they're doing. But I think this project is really cool. Again, this one has 3,333 items. If we go to the sneak peeks and see, like in this channel, again, there's a shilling channel. So same thing. I'll just keep going on different servers and see what projects are being shilled. But let's head to sneak peeks if I can find it. So obviously this project has already been minted and revealed, but the sneak peeks, oh, that's cool. So I guess today they just showed what the babies will look like because this is going to be a breeding project. These monkeys will generate tokens called Banan, similar to Cyberkongs, but you can see like I really like this pixelized type art, and it's like a Genesis collection. It really resonates with me. Like I said, it's kind of nostalgic, and I think that's why it's doing so well. Again, I'll show you guys their website, and I was definitely interested in minting these. If I had the chance, if I got whitelisted, I 100% would have. So I'll show you guys why. So let's go to their official links. Remember, always go to the official links. They've got Twitter, so I always check their social medias as well. Are they active? Are they doing things that's going to drive the community to come to the server and want to buy this, etc. So we'll just click on their Twitter, kind of see what they're doing. You can see they have 9.9k followers. They're posting a lot, an hour, 6 hours. They're getting a solid amount of engagement as well. So this is important. This is what I want to see. Okay, let's head to their website, monkeyverse.io. Again, does the website look good? Does it look like the developers actually put a good amount of time into this? Boom, already off the bat, the colors, the layout, I'm already liking it. So let's go ahead and look at the roadmap. Like I said, this is incredibly important. So There's 13, blah, blah, blah. So shortly after every monkey is released in the monkeyverse, they will start generating banana. Holding 2 monkeys with the right amount of banana will allow you to create a customizable baby monkey. So basically, if you own 2 or more, kind of like CyberKongz or Fat Ape Club, you'll start generating these tokens and it will allow you to create a baby. And like I said, I really like this, especially if you're going to get into breeding projects. I'm starting to realize like there needs to be a lower amount. So for instance, these only have 3,333. So these are going to be the Genesis collections. And then the breeding will be kind of like, it will add to the collection so that it's not already at 10,000 and getting saturated. And so phase 3, as Monkeyverse continues to develop, implementation of merchandise with banana. So you have to, the only way you can buy this merchandise is with banana. And the only way you can get banana is if you have 2 or more monkeys. And then they're going to do metaverse implementation. So this is awesome. I like projects that are doing this. Decentraland will be the monkeys' first destination. Once their holders will have Monksy voxels where events will be held. So if you don't know what Decentraland is or Sandbox is and things like that, it's basically like a virtual world where you can go visit, you can do stuff, you can have concerts, play games. So projects that are doing this I think are really cool. And then this goes over the team, shows you the facts. So, I really liked this project based on the community. The community was doing well. I really liked how what they were doing with the whitelist. They weren't just like, hey, spam the chat all day and that's how you're going to get whitelisted. There was like games and quizzes and stuff. I did get in kind of late. I only hopped into like 1 or 2 quizzes, so I just didn't get whitelisted. But the roadmap, it's nothing crazy, but I do like it. It is good. Again, I love the art. I kind of like the vision. I like what they're going to do with the breeding. I like how there's a limited amount in the collection. So yeah, that's basically it. So on Discord, like I said, you're going to want to join any server. You're going to want to go to the shilling tab. And then from there, you're going to want to scout out other servers. When you get in there, first thing I'd recommend doing, check out the sneak peeks, see if you like the art. If you like the art, okay, are there official links up yet? Like, do they have a Twitter or an Instagram or a website? Click their social medias, see if they're doing well. Like, do they have a bunch of followers? Are they getting good engagement? Are they being consistent with their posts? Go to their website, check out the website. Do you like the website? Is it semantic? Does it look good? Does it make sense? Is the roadmap there? Does the roadmap look good? Do you think that this roadmap is going to add value in a few months or a few years from now? Like, is it worth being a part of this collection? Or on the flip side, like I said, a lot of these projects are 10xing. So maybe I still love the project, but I don't want to be a holder. I just kind of want to buy this and flip it. That's totally okay. You kind of have to decide going into a project. Before you buy a project, you need to decide, is this a project that I want to flip, or is this a project I want to buy and hold? Doing that before will kind of prepare you going into the project, because if you don't have that mapped out in your mind, okay, that's kind of getting annoying. Let me mute this. If you haven't already mapped out in your mind ahead of time whether or not you're going to buy and hold the project or you're going to flip it, you're going to always second guess yourself and have second thoughts, like wondering if you should have flipped it or if you should have held or whatever. So, with anything like any investment or, any asset that you're going to buy, I highly recommend mapping it out in your mind first, choosing, okay, this is a cool project. This project, I'm going to flip it, or this project, I'm going to buy and hold. Or for instance, if you were minting 2 of these, maybe you didn't care about creating a baby, you could say, all right, I'm going to flip one and I'm going to keep the other and hold it. So always do that. That way you're not on the fence and one day you wake up and you make a rash decision. You want to kind of have this in mind ahead of time so that you don't make those irrational decisions that are split-second decisions that, a day later you're like, why did I do that? So that's pretty much it, guys. It's super simple. There are other ways that you can find projects that, maybe cost money, but like I said, you really don't have to do that much. This is completely free. You can do the OpenSea thing and find projects post-mint, or you can go on Discord. So that's basically it for Discord. I hope that was insightful. I hope that was helpful. It's super simple and you will find a ton of projects. It just comes down to filtering out, what projects are likely to succeed in terms of, what are they offering in terms of utility. And keep in mind, like, these projects can promise anything. They can promise you the world. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to deliver. So that's why I recommend checking out the communities, checking out the website. If you can, if the developers are doxed, or meaning they've shown their true identities, kind of check them, check out their Twitters or LinkedIn and see if they've done any previous projects that shows that they have actually done some real work. And yeah, just be careful out there, don't click on random DMs, don't connect your wallets to random websites. Do your due diligence, always do your own research. Like, it's just like any investment, crypto, stocks, whatever. There's always FOMO in any market. You got to understand that NFTs is a new concept, but the market is the market. It's psychology, it's human behavior. Nothing's really different. So, relax, look for projects that, have great art, that's unique, that's not just being constantly remade. Yeah, I know there's a lot of monkeys and apes, but still, the fact is they are doing well. And these types of collections that are like Genesis collections and they're like pixelized, like I said, they're nostalgic for a lot of people, including me. I really love the art. I really like to hold these. But, relax. Like, don't try and buy every project you can. Unless you've got a bunch of Ethereum to play with, then yeah, that's different. But if you're limited, look at what is likely to do well. Make sure that they have a healthy community. So, like, for instance, in the Monkeyverse one, they had 3,333 mints, and the time that they launched, they had like 18,000 members. So that they're all going to be minted out. But if they only had like 2,000 or 3,000 members, then you should definitely shy away from the mint, because there's a good chance they're not all going to be minted out, and the demand simply isn't going to be there. Because at the beginning, what's going to drive the demand is the initial community. The community is going to mint all these. They're going to buy them on the secondary market on OpenSea. It's going to boost the volume, which is going to push these projects into the trending collection, which this was actually top one on trending the day that they were minted. So, the community is what's going to be the catalyst for these projects. You always got to make sure that you are checking out the community. How many members are there? How many members are online, that aren't just bots? Go into general, see how the community is interacting with each other, because it's incredibly important. The community is the edifice for any project. It's what's going to drive the secondary sales and the volume, and it's what's going to make the project stand out on these secondary platforms like OpenSea, so that other interested buyers can come in and sweep the floor and get in and drive up price. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can. This is my Twitter. I only use it for NFT and crypto, for following NFT and crypto pages. But I don't have a lot of followers, so I don't post that much. But if you guys start following me and I feel like it makes sense, then I'll start tweeting a bit more about new projects that I find, so I don't have to make a video every time. I'm sure some stuff will just pop up, like maybe there's a stealth drop of an NFT collection or whatever. So if you want, you can follow me there. But I will leave you guys with a handful of projects to check out for yourself. That way you can, get a feel for them, and then you can start looking for other shilling servers. So number one, the one I already mentioned, I don't have to go much into this one, Monkeyverse. So you'll notice that the floor price is 0.167. So this is incredibly important. So essentially every time a project launches and it's got a little bit of hype behind it, when it's minted, the floor price will typically 2 or 3 or 4x. This one had a 5x floor price. Let me go ahead and mute this. The floor will typically have a 2 or 3 or 4x whatever floor price increase before the reveal. So like this one, it was up to about 0.48. The mint price was 0.06. But what will happen is when a reveal happens, the floor price in every single project, and you guys have to understand that, again, this is not new. This is just a market. This is human behavior. It's pure psychology. So every time a reveal happens, the floor price on every project tanks. And the reason it tanks is because a lot of people realize they got like more common items, and so they kind of like panic sell them because they're expecting to get like a rare or a heroic or legendary item. And it just always happens. It's the same narrative every single time. If we check out this other page that launched yesterday, they just had the reveal. So their floor price is actually holding up pretty well. But at one point they were up to about they were at a 0.5 ETH floor. And then the reveal happened and now they're down to 0.37. So they're actually holding up incredibly well considering their mint price was 0.05. That's insane. If these drop, same thing with Monkeyverse, I think I might buy these up. Depends. Keep in mind, this is just my personal opinions. Don't just buy these because I'm talking about them. Like, do your own research. If you like them, if you think it's going to be worth it buying them. I'm just sharing these with you guys, and I want you guys to understand the psychology behind how these drops work. You know, there's a minting period. The price pretty much always does a double or 3x. You know, in this scenario, it did a 10x because it was at 0.5 ETH, and the mint was 0.05. But again, this was a whitelist collection where you can only get in on the whitelist to mint it. There's only 3.5k items in total. They will also have breeding functions similar to Monkeyverse. And then when a reveal happens, essentially the floor price just tends to crash. A lot of times for bigger projects, they'll crash back down to their mint price or other before either fading out or rebounding and having the next bull run. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. So like I said, I talked about this project quite a lot. This is a project I'll be keeping an eye on. The floor price is getting quite low, so I think if it dips back down to around 0.1 ETH, I don't know if that will happen. I might swoop some up. Another one that is cool that I'm looking into is the one I talked about. It's called Wolves. If you guys want to join the server, so I'll leave all the Discord servers. I'm gonna just throw in 3 projects. I'll leave the Discord servers in the bio. I have no affiliation with these projects. I don't get anything for talking about them. These are projects I'm just kind of curiously interested in based on the art and seeing how well previous projects like these are doing before these projects have launched, like Monkeyverse and Wyverns and other projects that have these kind of like pixelized looks that are just doing really well right now because they're like I said, they're like nostalgic collections. They look good. I like the functionality of these ones specifically. So the other one that I just talked about is, so it's Wolves. I already went over this in the video, but I really like their art. So we'll have to see what their roadmap looks like and what their website looks like. So far, it's looking pretty good. And then the third one that's interesting is another pixelized collection that's going to do the same thing. It's going to have a Genesis one, and then it'll have breeding functions. It is called ImmutableX Kaiju. So ImmutableX, if you don't know what ImmutableX is, it's basically, it acts as another secondary market similar to OpenSea, but it's layer 2. So basically with layer 2, their layer 2, what's really cool is you'll still be able to mint these on the Ethereum blockchain, but it's going to cost no gas. I think this art is pretty cool. And their website, I think their website looks pretty good. These guys are actually going to be launching in 2 days. And we can look at their roadmap. They plan on doing breeding, giveaways. They plan on doing a game. So a lot of new projects are planning on doing games, and obviously I think these look really amazing. So for like these pixelized collections, doing a game makes total sense because these look like they belong in a game. And they do have some teasers. They've got a teaser. Let's see if I can find their teaser game video that they dropped. I'm not sure where it is. You guys can check it out, but they did drop a little teaser game that I thought was pretty cool. Again, make sure you do your own research when you're looking at these. And so these will be on the ImmutableX platform, which I think is a pretty cool platform. I haven't minted any NFTs on ImmutableX. I have done some other stuff, so it will be interesting. I think I might end up minting this project just to see how it goes, since I've never used ImmutableX, and the mint price is quite fair. It's 0.07 Ethereum. And again, you don't have to pay gas prices, which is a huge difference because you're probably going to end up paying at least half the cost of the actual token in gas prices. So yeah guys, that's the 3 collections. ImmutableX Kaijus, which will be on ImmutableX, which will be gasless, meaning there will be no gas fees, which is awesome. It's a layer 2 solution, ImmutableX is. Then we've got Monkeyverse on the secondary market, so they've already been minted. So the benefit of that is you can kind of see how the market is reacting to it. Is it going to sustain the floor price? And while the floor price has dropped significantly, you got to keep in mind these were only 0.06 to mint, so they're still almost up 3x. So it's still doing great. And yeah guys, that's basically it. Again, if you want to follow me on Twitter, maybe I'll start posting more projects there directly. And then I don't know, maybe once I hit like 10,000 subs, I'll do a Discord server, who knows. But that's it, guys. I hope this brought value to you. Make sure to do your own research. Be careful out there. Don't buy every project. Check out the communities. Take your time. And good luck out there, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe, like, turn on post notifications, and comment down below what you want me to make next. See you guys later. Peace.